Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. I want to tell you about something, I've said this a couple times so far in the last month or so, something that I have never seen before in a bill. But before I get into that, I want to thank today's sponsor of the news, that's Gun Pro Deals. They have some pretty cool stuff if you're a shooter, if you're a fisherman, fisherwoman, how about angler, hunter. They have a whole bunch of cool stuff, optics, whatever, and they're supporting the channel. So please support those who support us. Now let's get into the latest attempted infringement by our representatives. So Illinois Senator Dick Durbin, in conjunction with Senator Bob Menendez from New Jersey and Representative Barbara Lee from California, have penned this cockamamie BS bill that looks to do absolutely nothing than create a federal registry for firearms. Now, before I tell you the 5 main key points that this bill looks to accomplish, let me tell you the other bobos who are involved in this cockamamie scheme to violate our rights, because they always should be called out, always. We have Kooky Eye Cory Booker, he's from New Jersey, Richard Blumenthal from Connecticut, Ed Markey, the guy here from Massachusetts, who's a U.S. Senator but lives in Maryland. Ed, how do you do that? How do you pull that off? Also, around the block, Kamala Harris from California, Kristen Gillibrand from New York, and Chris Murphy from Connecticut. Now, these bobos are looking to have all of the information on where all the guns are. And why would they need that? Well, we all know, those of us who love the Second Amendment, whether it's to hunt, sporting shoot, personal protection, tactical shooting, whatever, we know that registration always, throughout the history of time, as old as the planet is, always precedes confiscation. Always. Well, that's going to be no different here. So let's get into the title of the bill first. The bill is called the Gun Records Restoration and Preservation Act. The Gun Records Restoration and Preservation Act. So we're going to restore the records and preserve them. What would we be talking about? Let's see. So this act is directed at the FBI and the ATF. And the quote from Durbin is this: "The gun violence epidemic has seeped into every corner of American life, reaching our children's schools and our neighborhoods." No, not all of them, sorry. To reduce this violence, we need to make effective use of all the data and analytic tools at our disposal, including crime gun tracing. Psst, Senator, it's already done. If you guys just did your job and let the laws that are already on the books be enforced and held people accountable, it would already be accomplished. Imagine that. But he continues, this legislation will remove archaic restrictions on data that have hampered our ability to solve and prevent gun crimes. Nope, not at all. But there are, like I said, there are 5 bullet points that this bill looks to get accomplished. Now, I always have a link in the description to the bill. However, I have waited, this came out on Valentine's Day. That was the 14th, today is the 18th. I've waited 4 days. Now, it included the holiday on President's Day and the weekend, and you know Congress isn't working. But as of the time I'm recording this, it is not in writing yet. There is no number assigned. Once it is, I will have it for you. But here's what they're going after. Number 1, they want to end the prohibition on ATF from releasing firearms trace data for use by cities, states, researchers, litigants, and members of the public. That means they want everybody to get all of the information the ATF has on all the guns in the country, so that everybody can sue each other, basically, so we can sue you. Number 2 is end the requirement for the FBI to destroy all approved gun purchaser records within 24 hours of approval. That's your NICS checks and stuff like that. The way it goes, if they do it the way they're supposed to, and I kind of don't really believe they do, but say I get approved to purchase this brand new SIG blue bullet shooter. Within 24 hours of my approval, the FBI is supposed to shred and delete that record of my application and approval, okay? Does it happen? But this bill looks to make sure that it doesn't happen and forfeit that info to these concerned congressmen. Okay. Number 3, end the provision that makes it extremely difficult for ATF to retrieve firearms from prohibited persons who are mistakenly sold guns from gun owners who become ineligible to possess guns. Again, laws are on the books. If you enforced laws that already exist, you wouldn't have most of the problems you're bitching about. But again, this bill does zero of anything to affect a criminal, just us law-abiding gun owners. But that's the way our Congress works now. They want to limit me and you because us being free and being able to have the toys and tools that we want in our lives, that's bad. But we'll keep going. Number 4 is to end the prohibition on ATF requiring gun dealers to submit their inventories to law enforcement. Yes, they want all the FFLs to take an inventory of everything they have in their shop and submit it to law enforcement so they can know what you have in your shop and who buys it, when they buy it, and where they live. And since your inventory could change daily, this would have to be done every day. Again, we'll do zero to prevent any crime or to solve any crime or to keep guns out of the criminals' hands. This will not stop home invasions. This will not stop robberies, muggings, and murders by the criminals who do it already anyway. And then the last one, the 5th one here, is they want to end the prohibition on public disclosure of data on multiple handgun sales, as well as gun sales information dealers are required to keep. What are information that dealers are required to keep? Your name, your address, the date of sale, what you bought, stuff like that. They have to keep it in the registry books. And it has to be available to the ATF all the time for spot inspection. But they want this information always available to them. They want to know what you have, where you bought it, where you live. Wonder why. And then the key part of that is they want to end the prohibition on public disclosure of data on multiple handgun sales. So say Jared goes down to Minuteman Armory today and buys whatever, a SIG 320 and a Ruger Mark 22, whatever I buy. If I buy 2, they want to make it public. They want to put my name in the paper. Hey, Guns and Gadgets guy just bought 2 guns. He's dangerous. Watch out for him. That violates my rights, my right to privacy, right? My right to pursue my happiness, to have my own property. And they want to draw attention to me in a negative way, where people who are anti-gun might say, this guy has guns. He's dangerous. Let's do something. They might be putting my family at risk. Thank God the Second Amendment's there. It's time for you now to take the time to call and write your senators about this bill. Put it in their ears, put it on their minds quick and early. Let them know we won't stand for it, and there's no reason for this at all. So again, Dick Durbin, Illinois, Bob Menendez, New Jersey, Barbara Lee, California, Cory Booker, New Jersey, Richard Blumenthal, Connecticut, Ed Markey, Massachusetts, Kamala Harris, California, Kristen Gillibrand, New York, Chris Murphy, in Connecticut. Again, it's called the Gun Records Restoration and Preservation Act, and all it's looking to do is to get rid of the Tiahrt amendments that all of this stuff falls under anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all way more than you know. Thank you for allowing me to bring you the news. I hope you continue to do so. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. That is how I will bring you the news whenever it comes out. And if you could also thumbs up the video and forward it to at least a friend or 9, it would be greatly appreciated, because that is how the news gets out, by us sharing each other's stuff, not by us waiting for Fox News to pick it up. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry your weapons. Take care, everybody.